Right, so that was our 8th consecutive completion. We'll be going round, I think, at least one more, or at least until my brother gets tired.
I'll get to 10 at least.
Okay, he says he'll get to 10. Let me know when I've got to play it.
Alright.
Should I just switch it off for now?
Yeah, just power button it for now.
Okay, the roles have been switched, so let's hope I don't fuck it up. Jaden the man says, just remember to look at the balcony on the 10th run, right before you go to bed.
No, never.
I think we should, just once.
Maybe.
We regret to report the murder of a wife and her 2 children by their husband and father. The father purchased a rifle used in the crime at his local gun store 2 days earlier. This brutal killing took place while the family was gathered at home.
Strificus, thank you for the follow, by the way. I don't really stream much on Twitch at all. I think this is mostly pretty much the first time. But perhaps we'll do it again sometime. I don't know. Okay, Minty Ice, can you look up at the balcony so we can see the spooky dude up there? I think we've got to do it, we've got to. I really don't want to, but the people have spoken. When does it happen? When does the balcony ghost appear? Is it when the thing crashes down? The window? Okay, so if we don't run past that broken window out of fear, we will probably look up at the balcony and hope. Whoa, fuck, I just saw the fucking thing on the Twitch stream. I saw it shut the door. There's a delay on the stream, so I think it's a 30-second delay, and I was busy watching the TV. And then when I turn around to look at my computer screen, there's this fucking face slamming the door. Yeah, they really deliberately obscured it. But very carefully as well. Unless you complete the game, you've got no idea what human readers. Not just by looking in the mirror. We actually haven't ever seen the ghost outside the window yet. That's still something we're avoiding. just see the shadows spazzing out.
In the crime at his local gun store 2 days earlier. This brutal killing took place while the family was gathered at home on a Sunday afternoon.
Is she? Oh yeah. That's really scary. When it appears that when she's stalking you, it doesn't Whoa, okay, that was really loud. When she's stalking you, it appears she doesn't reset when you loop through the hallway again. Okay, she's gone now. Okay, we think the window's gonna drop. Oh shit, look at that. So she's smiling so creepily as well. It's not as bad as I first thought. Yeah, that is pretty horrible.
After killing his family, the father hung himself.
Jokiv says that there is another streamer who loops the hallway when the phone starts to ring. A bit faster to test audio. See, we don't loop the hallway at the end because I think that resets the giggles. Or I had thought it resets the giggles, maybe it doesn't.
Like when the phone starts, you don't have to answer it to finish the game.
Oh, he might mean that, yeah. Jokiv, do you mean that when the phone starts to ring, that you don't actually have to answer it? Yeah, you're right, Strificus. I think it's going to take us a hell of a long time to properly complete this game when the full version comes out. Just because when I play Silent Hill games, when I played Silent Hill 1 and 2 and 3, I would inch around every corner. I really wouldn't... I didn't go balls out. I was really cautious in my playstyle. And I was in this as well. My brother, he's gotten used to it now, so he can just rush through it, but...
It took me like 6 hours or something for the first playthrough.
Yeah, he said it took about 6 hours for his first playthrough of PT.
That was 6 hours of hell.
6 hours of hell. Okay, so now we're waiting for the video distortion and the error screen to pop up before we can continue. If you guys have any idea how to speed up the process of the error screen, then that would be great, because we're losing, I think it's about a minute every time we go through here.
Two zero four eight 63. 204863. 204863.
Yes, Strificus, I had heard the same thing. I had heard rumours that suggested it might be an open-world third-person game, except when you go inside buildings, then it would turn to first-person. That's the rumour that I've heard so far. And I think that would work really well, because I do love a third-person game. I like being able to see the animations in the character. But if there was ever an argument in favour of first-person games, it's probably this game, because I've never felt so immersed playing a first-person game before. This game absolutely nails it in everything from graphics and sound design and atmosphere and whatnot. Okay, so it looks like our 9th completion is coming up, providing it works again. I mean, it's worked 8 times so far, so fingers crossed. Oh crap, it's me, I've got to do it.
Yeah. Just get it ready for now. I'll tell you when to stop playing it. Usually I play it 5 seconds like before the night starts. Or as soon as the haunting sound starts.
Yeah. Okay, I've got the video ready. The phone is pointed at the microphone. I'm cocked and ready with Did You Like It?
Did you like it? Did you like it? Did you like it? Did you like it? Did you like it? Did you like it? Did you like it? Did you like it? Did you like it? Did you like it? Did you like it? Did you like it? Did you like it? Did you like it?
There we go, we've got the first 2 giggles. As soon as you get the second one, I think the controller starts vibrating. That's the point where you have to stand still, because if you get the second and you stand still, then you're almost guaranteed, I think, to get the third, without too much hassle. Yep.
You've been chosen.
Oh, I see what he means. Just getting all the giggles over and over. Just to prove him if
Oh, I
Dad
see.
was such a drag. Every day he'd eat the same kind
Yeah,
of
Jokiv,
food.
I think I understand what you mean now.
Sit in front of the
My
same
brother
kind of
was
game.
going for speedruns, ideally,
Yeah, he was just that kind of guy.
because we
But then
figured
one
out
day
that
he
we
goes
would
and
just
kills us all.
more or less confirm the theory through
Even be
repetition
original
of
about the
complete
way you
playthroughs.
did it. I'm not
And this will be
complaining.
our
I
9th
was
live
dying
consecutive
for it
completion.
anyway. But guess what? I will be coming back, and I'm bringing my new toys with me.
Panzer Thrice, thank you very much for the follow. Does anyone else worry that you might not be alive that far ahead in the future? That's a morbid question, but yes, sometimes I thought that about the Hobbit films. Because you know when somebody, well, a team of people release a film and it's part of a trilogy, but you never know exactly when the last film's going to release. That's always the problem, I think. Oh no, what happens if there is a catastrophe? Or the director dies, or I die, or for whatever reason I might not be able to see the final film. I think it's really sad that there are people who have seen the first Hobbit that won't ever get to see the second or third or read the final book in a series or just stuff like that. Dante Ramirez, if you're still watching, have you actually played this game? Because I'm not a fan of first-person games at all. I really don't like a first-person view usually, but this game has kind of changed my perception of it. I think that this is a first-person view game that's done right.
I'm getting the veins.
You what? Hats on top, the audio clip that we're using is a edit of Hideo Kojima's Did You Like It? And I've linked it in the description, or in the text, or in the comment, in the chat. It's in there, just click it.
We regret to report the murder of a wife and her 2 children by their husband and father. The father purchased a rifle used in the crime at his local gun store 2 days earlier. This brutal killing took place while the family was gathered at home on a Sunday afternoon.
By the way, if you guys could let me know if this video quality is acceptable or not, because I haven't streamed before, and I thought that medium is kind of the lowest you want to go when streaming, at least from a PS4 system. Unfortunately, we don't have the best upload speed, otherwise we would have a higher bitrate and whatnot. Was that from the bathroom again?
Yeah. That's happened every single time.
I haven't noticed it. I've been trying to type. Give me a bit of a heads up before I gotta do the thing again, because I'll forget.
Alright, yeah.
Orange Dot, do you like it? Oh, it's a fucking face again. I looked at the TV screen that time. If any of you guys are previous Silent Hill fans, you might notice that the saving icon in the bottom right hand corner, it's 3 circles. This is a reference to the Order back in Silent Hill 1 and Silent Hill 2. It's a stripped back version of their logo, but I'm pretty certain it's a reference. while ago we tried to play Outlast because it was free on PlayStation Plus. But the problem with that is it seemed like there was a lot of jump scares, and I got scared really easily, I'm not afraid to admit. And I didn't get very far through the game, and eventually I just quit. But with this game, I think we've pushed on because, although there is jump scares and things of that nature, it felt like there was a bit more behind it. It felt like it was worth pushing through, either for the story or just gameplay and stuff like that. So I think even if the final released game is scary as shit, we will just blaze through and do our best.
2 days earlier. This brutal killing took place while the family was gathered at home on a Sunday afternoon. Gun control flares up yet again. We regret to report the murder of a wife and her 2 children by their husband and father. The father purchased a rifle used in the crime at his local gun store 2 days earlier. This brutal killing took place while the family was gathered at home on a Sunday afternoon.
Oh yeah, Orange Dot says the nurse in the first game was called Lisa as well. That's a good point. Yeah, are we looking back up there again? Look at that creepy motherfucker. I know, it's I don't want to look at it again. I think it was a mistake looking the first time.
After killing his family, the father hung himself and killed
Crazy Shadow 50, what is that? B-A-E. I see it a lot and I don't know how it's said. Like somebody said it was babe or baby, I don't know. But I don't know what is that? Why do people say that? I'm out of touch.
upstanding folks got their welfare cut, got their jobs pulled out from under us. You know what to do. Now's the time. Do it.
It means before anyone else. I think you're trolling me. My brother makes fun of me a lot that I read stuff on the internet and I think it's true, and then he's just like, no, that's not real. They're just messing with you. Oh, did somebody link us somewhere? I've just seen that our viewership appears to have jumped to 85. Yup, we just entered the video distortion error hallway again, so this means a little bit of waiting. Don't get confused. The video hopefully hasn't paused. It's just how the game is. It's one of Kojima's little little trolls.
The thing is, I don't want to look around too much in case I see anything. I'm just looking at the door.
Yeah, my brother says he doesn't want to look around too much, because if you look around behind you, I think that increases the risk of seeing Lisa the ghost. So if we just... Basically it's that idea of keeping your head down and staying out of trouble. If we just look at the door, hopefully we will not get killed.
204863. 204863. 204863. 204863.
Orange Dot says, how are you not getting the jump scares? Well, we've been through this a few times, as in we've been through the game a few times, so we know more or less where Lisa's going to be at any one time. Sometimes she is behind you. I think sometimes it might be random that she just insta-kills you, but generally we can avoid it. We haven't been killed in 2 hours 41 minutes, so I'd say we're doing pretty well as far as Lisa is concerned.
That's a new screen.
Oh, what does it say? I will never... I didn't see what that said, but if somebody can read that, I think it said something like, I can never remember or forget that day 20 years ago. I didn't see what it said exactly. But it will be on the archive. We'll check it out later.
Alright, so... get ready to
Oh yeah, okay.
play it.
So this is the final phase of the hallway. Once again, where we have to play the infamous "Did you like it?" It's very important that you wait until midnight before you start playing this, before you start playing the audio. Otherwise, I don't think it works.
Did you like it? 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 Did you like it?
So far we have 2 baby giggles. And that's the 3rd. Cool, so that will be our 10th consecutive completion. Alright, my brother says he's good to do it another few times, should anyone be interested in that.
Dad was such a drag. Every day he'd eat the same kind of food, dress the same, sit in front of the same kind of
Yeah, he's
games.
alright. He's a decent voice actor.
Yeah, he was just that kind of guy. But then one day he goes and kills us all. He couldn't even be original about the way he did it. I'm not complaining. I was dying of boredom anyway. But guess what? I will be coming back, and I'm bringing my new toys with me.
Somebody on NeoGaf says, NearRivers has been kicking ass on Twitch, beating this game over and over again. There is nothing better than the "Did you like it" method. Thank you, silly nonsense, should you be watching. Credit goes to my brother though, he's the one actually playing it. I'm just manning the keyboard, so to speak. Ah, Wushoa, hello. Wushoa is silly nonsense. Oh, I've said your name wrong, I've just realised it's Wasoa. I'm an idiot.
Alright, I'm just gonna check my controller charge.
Okay.
On the ball.
If you want to sit closer and plug it in, you can.
I'm not sure I want to be sitting close to the screen.
My brother says the charge on his controller has gone down to 1 bar, but he's not like too keen on sitting closer to the screen to charge it. Oh yeah. Thanks for reminding me. When you start up the game after completing it once, you'll see that the door is open a crack. When your head's like down on the ground, it looks like there's something behind that door, like a white shape. I could be wrong, but that's what I saw on my TV, and I've been too chicken to take a screenshot and brighten up the image. So if a braver soul than I wants to do that, go for it. So I want to see what's out there. Yeah, we've spoken to the bag of meat. As far as we can tell, he doesn't have any, he doesn't help complete the game. I think it's just an optional little piece of this experience. Oh wait, Strificus, you say that it talks and walks. I haven't actually seen it walks. I haven't seen it walk, sorry, but I've seen it talk to us, or I should say I've heard it talk to us, and I've seen it wriggle. But I haven't seen it like move across the desk or anything. Did you see it? You're gonna want to charge this controller, because we're gonna get stuck in a hallway. If your controller runs out, that's it, we're dead. It's over.
What else is from?
JMC, yes, our method is reliant on a mic. Basically you have to play, well, I say have to. Our theory is that you have to play this URL into the mic. Final phase of the hallway. Sorry, I'm getting a little bit tired right now, so it's harder to find the words. No, we're not going to look at that ugly baby. I'm sorry. We've spent enough time staring into that sink. It's horrible. It's got a little chicken arms and chicken legs, and it looks like a crusty, burnt sack boy. I won't do too much personal shilling, but should anyone enjoy this stream or want to see more video guides and walkthroughs and various other bits of miscellanea, then check out my YouTube. No, we're not looking up at that balcony.
After killing his family, the father hung himself.
That was a really good shout out, whoever suggested looking at the hello, looking at the writing on the wall and then looking back, you know, without walking up and down the hallway. That saved us a lot of time. I think it was either NFHOE or Jokiv, I can't remember who it was. For anyone just joining us, this did you like it method is only really one part of the step, in order to complete this game. People over on NeoGAF and various other forums had worked out that using what they call the 10-step method, which is, I believe it's walking 10 steps after midnight, I think. If you walk 10 steps after midnight, I think you're guaranteed a baby giggle. Now, that can either be your first or second giggle, it doesn't really matter. We've worked out that it's interchangeable if you get the did you like it giggle too. So yeah, we choose to do did you like it first and then the 10-step giggle. But yeah, if you guys want to experiment, try the 10-step giggle first and see what happens. See if you can trigger the second giggle with did you like it. Now that I think about it, the first time we did this, we used the 10-step giggle first, and then we used the Kojima method. I say Kojima method, that's going to be... the Kojima method is just the did you like it method. It's the same thing. Saves me some syllables. Yep. Yep, here we are back at the hallway, just waiting for the video distortion to stop. We've got a few new people in the stream, so if you have any idea how to speed up the video distortion error screen process, that would be great. As far as we're concerned, we just have to wait it out. So if anyone has any info on that, then I'd be grateful to hear it. And hello, Crazy... Who's that? Crazy Otic? Crazy Otic, do I know you on PSN? Do you go by another name?
204863. 204863. 204863.
Is that it? I think that's our 11th consecutive... Oh no, I spoke too soon. I was jumping the gun, indeed. Alright, so we've just got one more hallway left until we get the phone call. I saw the 7780s logo and I thought that was it. But no, it was just a full sending. Hello guys, new people who joined the stream. I can see Big Mick, a name that is far too light and green for me to see, and some other folks. Hello. Alright, we're just waiting for the bells to chime 12.
Did you like it? 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 Did you like it?
Did we definitely get two? Okay, I got confused there. I didn't hear the first giggle. Oh, is there other streams using the Did You Like It method? I haven't checked. I didn't want to be exploring Twitch just in case it messed up the stream. But cool, yeah, let me know if other people are using it. It would be interesting to know that we started something, something like this. That we were pioneers.
Dad was such a drag. Every day he'd eat the same kind of food, dress the same, sit in front of the same kind of games. Yeah,
And that looks like our 11th consecutive live
One
completion.
day he goes and kills us all. He couldn't even be original about the way he did it. I'm not complaining. I was dying of boredom anyway. But guess what? I I will be coming back, and I'm bringing my new toys with me.
Binary Bishop, we haven't tested this method in depth standing at different locations, but I really don't think it makes a difference. We simply stand by the phone because that saves time. Saves us walking around. That's why you see my brother, he doesn't walk down the hallway for the second laugh, because really you can just walk into the wall. You can just walk in place, and it still counts. And that MGS exclamation mark sound, that was just a sound on the video that we're using to trigger the baby giggles. That's all it is. Okay. I love the Silent Hill music, by the way. Silent Hill is one of those games that's got a really, fantastic original soundtrack. One of my favourite themes is Lisa's theme from Silent Hill 1. I think it's really great, you guys should look it up. Yeah, it might have been our quickest. For anyone curious about trying this method yourself, I've made a video that has text instructions, so that should hopefully give you... I mean, it's in good quality as well, so check that out. It's better quality than the stream, that's for sure.
We regret to report the murder of a wife and her two children by their husband and father. The father purchased the rifle used in the crime at his local gun store 2 days earlier. This brutal killing took place while the family was gathered at home on a Sunday afternoon.
From what I've heard today, it appears that some people have managed to complete the demo without a microphone. However, Kojima on Twitter, he mentioned that players should play with a headset, and from what I gathered from that, by extension, a microphone. So yeah, it appears that the microphone has something to do with it. We played the game a lot beforehand, just looking at things and wandering around and chasing down the ghost, but we didn't really have much luck. We were able to trigger the 10-step laugh, because that seems almost guaranteed. But in order to get the second one consistently, we had to use a microphone. Yeah, I think it's that high pitch. A high-pitched noise should be what triggers it. Is this going to be our last one? I'm gonna say that this one might be our last one for tonight. Not sure how many of you are in the UK, but over here it is 4 AM, and unusually I have things to do tomorrow. Oh, the pause menu baby laughs. I think the thing about getting the laughs in the pause menu, we got it once. I think it has something to do with the fact that the game doesn't pause. Like, I think the game keeps running in the background, if you know what I mean. It doesn't completely pause what's going on. So I think you could probably pause the game and run something on the mic and you might get a second or first giggle. So clever how they obscured his face. If someone can work out how to clip through the walls and actually see his in-game face model, that would be great. Yeah, just keep going.
Used in the crime at his local gun store 2 days earlier. This brutal killing took place while the family was gathered at home on a Sunday afternoon. Gun control flares up yet again. We regret to report the murder of a wife and her
Oh yeah, this has reminded me. I thought it was really cool how when you enter the red hallway and there's all the spinning eyeballs on the picture frames. I didn't realise it at the time, but I think that's like a really obtuse hint about, you know, that's what you see if you look through a peephole. And it's almost a clue, but it kind of isn't, because it's too obtuse to really take it as a hint, but I knew there was something to do with it. Because obviously in that red hallway you have to look through that tiny little hole in the shower.
After killing his family, the father hung himself.
I think on this run I might play the Did You Like It just a little bit earlier than usual, because there was one time when we played Did You Like It, this was off stream, and we were able to get the baby laugh so quick, it was instant, it was right on the 12th bell, and I think at that point we had been playing Did You Like It for maybe 30 seconds beforehand, so we'll give that a try. Hello Alex, thank you for watching from Brazil. I'm not sure if it's late or early there, but hello. Alright, we're back in the video distortion hallway, waiting for the error screen. I'm very impressed that 3 hours and 11 minutes later we've still managed to more or less avoid the ghost. We haven't died from Lisa yet at all. We've seen her a few times, but she hasn't jump scared us or rushed us. She's possessed us a couple of times, or stalked us, which I think is a more appropriate word for what's happening. But that's pretty good, because a lot of people I remember a few days ago were saying that you had to die if you reloaded the save, but it appears that's not the case.
204863. 204863. 204863. 204863.
Okay. Alright, I think this is probably going to be the last one for tonight. All we've got to do is step out into the hallway, wait 1 minute until midnight. Then we play good old Did You Like It? And hopefully, for the 12th consecutive time, we'll get a baby giggle. We'll make a baby happy. Yeah, the error screen seems to be random. We've played it, like I said, 12 times tonight, and we've almost got a different one each time. I think there might have been 1 or 2 duplicates, but I don't think it has any real bearing on anything. I think it's just a clue. Yeah, I'm ready.
Did you like it? 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 Did you like it?
There we go, that's the first giggle. Now we're walking 10 steps in place, which triggers the second giggle, and now we just have to wait for the vibrations to end. That should be the third, and then the phone call.
You've been chosen.
That's it, another completion. So that will be 12 consecutive live completions using Did You Like It?
Dad was such a drag. Every day he'd eat the same kind of food, dress the same, sit in front of
Well, I think I'm done for tonight, more or less, so thank you for watching. A big thank you to my brother for actually playing
But
it.
then one day he goes and kills us all. He couldn't even
If you haven't already, or in fact if you want to try it yourself,
I'm not
you can follow this link that I'm posting right now. That'll take you to my YouTube channel, a video walkthrough that I've made of this
Guess what?
that details
I will
where
be
to go and
coming
what to do.
back, and I'm bringing my new toys with me.
If some despicable motherfucker posts this on Reddit and claims that it's their method, then give them hell for me, please. I don't have a Reddit account and I'm not posting it there. Okay, so thank you for watching. I think I might have got a few followers, so there is a possibility that I might do this again. Let me know how you get on with this method, and perhaps we'll see you again soon. Goodbye.